Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity, and unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning, and unto the Bayath Adowadah, the elect house of David that are scattered abroad. I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. So, tonight's lesson is entitled, Pay Attention to the Signs. Okay, every day, day in, day out, morning, afternoon, evening, night, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is giving us the signs that we're approaching those times, that we're getting close to the end of this thing. So we have to do more paying attention and listening. You know, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost when I say this. You know, the time of, pussyfooting around, playing games, not taking this seriously, that needs to stop now. Okay? It needs to stop now. Because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is not playing games. And he's not going to keep, you can only test him so many times, so much until he finally says, okay, you know what, I'm done with you. Okay? But ultimately, we're going to fuck up. We're going to mess up. That's just because we're in this feeble flesh. We're not going to get it perfect. But with a sincere heart, if you show the Lord that you really are sorry for making the mistakes that you've made, make certain that you don't do them again, then okay, he can deal with you. You just gotta watch yourself. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. Verse 2, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is visiting. He is visiting the world which he had made. Okay? Verse 3, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Okay? We've already seen uproars of the people multiple times on multiple occasions, especially with this thing with the death of the supreme Iranian leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. More uproars of the people. Verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So the Lord told you that this was going to happen. Verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And we're getting closer. We're in the stages of World War III now. We're in the beginning stages of Jacob's Trouble. We're in the beginning stages of World War III. We're in the last stretch of this. Verse 6, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings, effects, and signs. Excuse me. And, again, if you're paying attention and you're seeing the signs, because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has given them, he's making them well known. Hopefully you are paying attention, that that you don't end up falling short and you miss a beat. The next thing you know, you're caught unawares, and then that's your ass. All right. Mark. This is the book of Mark. It's going to be chapter 13, verse 7. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, Be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. Verse 8, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginnings of sorrows. So, wars and rumors of wars. We're in the time of war, okay? Sure, it's a rumor, but at the same token, same time, it's not so much as of a rumor because it's happening. Famines and troubles, okay? People starving, people living way below the poverty line. It just, survival. All right? Look at what's happening in the Middle East, so-called Middle East. Okay? Nothing but trouble. All right? Next is going to be Habakkuk. The book of Habakkuk. It's going to be chapter 2. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2, and it says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. We were told that World War III is coming, and yet it's now, look, it's here. You know, we were told that, that this devil, this cruel Lord, pursuant to the book of Isaiah, the 19th chapter, this cruel Lord that's in office, who Trump is turning out to really be, that cruel Lord. Look at what he's doing to you Northern Kingdom Israelites, you so-called Latinos and Native Americans. He's not showing you guys any mercy at all. And the Southern Kingdom, you're soon to follow right behind. Okay? This devil is showing his horns. He's letting you know that he is that devil. We told you of these things. And now Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is making it plain upon tables through the actions of this devil, Esau, Edom. So, if you've been listening to the prophets and we've been speaking of these things before they happen, and now that you're seeing it, we're not lying to you. We have no reason to lie to you. Like, what more proof do you need? Really, what more fucking proof do you need in order for us to get our point across and then it sinks in? Okay, Amos chapter 3, verse 6 says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? And that trumpet being blown in the city is the prophets. Out there on the highways and byways, they're speaking of the end. Okay? Soon, it's going to be a famine of the word, and you're not going to see us prophesying anymore. We're not going to be speaking. We're going to be quiet. And then what? When the shit starts happening, you're going to want answers. Well, we gave you the answers. So then why didn't you airheads pay attention to begin with? We gave you the answers, but you refused to listen. You're not going to have nobody to blame but yourself for that. I'm going to read it again. Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it. A bad time. That's what the word evil means. Evil is a compound word. Eve meaning time, ill meaning bad. A bad time. And the Lord has been creating bad times with, with the Trump Stapo gang, war with Iran, and the whole thing with the Ep files coming out, and so on and so forth. Okay? And more and more countries are gearing up for war. And there was a video I was going to watch from Dave Hodges on the Common Sense Show. The EU is preparing to kick America out of NATO. Europe is preparing to kick America out of NATO. That right there tells you that these nations shall hate the whore. These other nations are going to turn against that whore. And who's that whore? America. But you don't believe it. You think that America is untouchable. You think that these other countries ain't got shit on America. You don't understand. Yeah, America may be the big bad bully on the block, but guess what? When these other countries stand together, they can conquer. They will. The scriptures speak about it. They will come against this whore, and they're going to put her down. So don't be surprised when it happens. But you will be surprised. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 68, and verse 20. And it says, actually, let me see. Yep. Psalm 68 and 20. He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto the Most High, the Lord, belongeth the issues from death. Yahweh gives the order. Who carries it out? Yahweh Shai and the angels. All the death that's happening in the world right now, those are orders from on high. Judgment. Think about it. If you're in this truth right now, think about it. All this death that you're seeing around you, all these people that are dying from mass shootings or stabbings or whatever, yet you're still breathing. Let that sink in. Let it sink in. You could have been one of those. You could have been one of those people that got knocked off the map. But here you are, still going. That's Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai showing you mercy. Mercy. Even though mercy is a judgment in itself, but still, it's mercy that you have made it this far. And if you want to continue to dwell in mercy, keep doing what the Lord has commanded you to do. Stay on course. Now we're going to go to Matthew. Oh, shoot. Skipped it real quick here. This is Matthew chapter 16. Matthew 16 and 26. And it says, For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? So you have to ask yourself, is gaining everything on this side in this society, is it worth facing death? Because that's going to be, as the scriptures say, woe unto you that be rich, for you have received your constellation. constellation is death. Okay, you have all this stuff, but you can't take it with you to the grave because someone else is going to take it from you. Once you're gone, it's no longer yours. It's going to belong to somebody else. So why hold on to the things of this world, man? They're temporary. It's temporal, not eternal. For a moment, it may provide you comfort, may provide you entertainment, but if you really think about it in the long run, in the grand scheme of things, it's pointless. It's just a means to an end, right? Now going back to, now we're going to go to Proverbs. It's going to be chapter 8 and verse 36. And it says, actually, let me see. Actually, I'm going to start at verse 20. I'm going to start at verse 32. Proverbs 8 and 32. It says, now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. So you keep Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai's ways, you are blessed. Think about that, man. You learn the ways of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai through these scriptures. They sustain you. They keep you alive. So you don't have to face death. 33, hear instruction and be wise and refuse it not. So be ready to hear and listen and be wise and refuse it not. So receive the instruction, receive the correction, and apply it to yourself and better yourself overall as a person. Yes, we're going to still fuck up, but at the same token, same time, learn your lesson and keep it moving. Verse 34, blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. 35, for whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. So there you go. As long as you remain loyal and follow Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man, he rewards you and he's got your back. He's not going to let you fall. He's not going to let any type of wrongdoing, befall you. Verse 36, but he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. And you're seeing that now, more so than ever. Every time you go out into the open world, the majority of these people, they don't care. They don't care about this. They just want to do what they want to do. That do as thou wilt spirit. They're all about pleasing their flesh. They don't care about resisting the flesh. They don't care about, they don't care about the holy ways. And the word holy means to be separate. They don't care about separating themselves from this world. They're too far gone. They're too far in love with it. Having their conscience seared with a hot iron. You can't break him. You can't break them of it. And this is going to be Romans 13. Romans 13 and 4. And it says, for he is the minister of the Most High, to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. And who is that minister that this is talking about? Who is the sword of the Most High on the left-hand side? That's talking about Esau, Edom. Yes, Esau, Edom is the wicked, but he's also the sword. And the Lord will use him to execute judgment. Because Esau, Edom, is the son of perdition. He is the personification of death, the waster created to destroy. Actually, now let me go up a verse here. Actually, I'm going to start from verse 1, Romans 13:1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the power. Verse 2. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinances of the Most High, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. Remember, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai ruleth in the kingdom of men, and he setteth up over it whomsoever he will. And as of right now, he has set up the base man, the lowest of the low, the wicked, the border of wickedness. He set up the evil, the wicked one, Esau, Edom. Esau, Edom is the sword. He's the destroyer, the son of perdition. And perdition is just another word for destruction. That is the one. And again, whoso resisteth the ordinances of the Most High receive to themselves eternal damnation, or receive to themselves damnation. So you're going to receive judgment, man. So stop, as the scriptures say, if this was my people's kingdom, they would fight, right? But this is not our kingdom. This is not our rest. Okay? What we're supposed to do is to read this, study, fast, pray, and then prophesy and teach. As for the rest, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai deals with that. In verse 3, for rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. A terror not to good works, but to the evil. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're good. But if you are going to continue to be rebellious, then you're going to have to answer for that. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. So do what you're supposed to do while you're in this captivity. Yeah, it sucks, but you know what can you do? You have no power. Not without Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Verse 5. Actually, verse 4. For he is the minister of the Most High, to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of the Most High, a revenger, to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. Verse 5, wherefore ye must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake. So, if you want to avoid wrath, judgment, for your own conscience sake, do as you are told. Don't fight it. All right. Now, this is going to be this is 1 Corinthians 2:9. It says, but as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the power hath prepared for them that love him. So, and now we're going to go back to 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 7. And it says, and everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. Verse 8, shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation and my land, and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. So if we stay on course, keep the faith, and keep doing the work, we shall be able to escape the said perils and see salvation, see the land, get out of here on the first go around. We won't have to see death, though some of us are going to be martyrs because that's the way the Lord set it up. Some of us are going to have to die for the testimony. So have your mind ready for that. But at the end, as long as you don't give in and bow your knee to this system, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has a crown waiting for you. But first you have to have the fear. Fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Fear the judgments that are going out. Let them be an ultimate example for you that, okay, hey, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to stay away from that. I'm going to stay away from this. I'm going to leave this alone. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm just going to stay on course and do what is required of me so my ass doesn't get it. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost when I say this. I make mistakes. I just got to bounce back and remember not to do them again. You know, discipline. Discipline is hard and it's boring, but in the long run, look what it builds. Long-term growth over momentary pleasure. Sure, it's be boring. It may suck. It may seem like miserable and you're not getting anywhere, but that growth, man, that's what matters most. And that's all I had for this lesson. Once again, pay attention to the signs because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is giving them. Pay attention to the signs. And with that, Lord willing, that this was an edifying lesson unto the body and to the sincere believers and listeners. And with closing, I'd like to give all the honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning. And unto the Ba'ath Davadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad. I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom, Barakatam.